We have an update on the AEW new title controversy. Plus, an ex-WWE star makes a TNA return, and TNA have been caught out spreading false stories. It's all in the Cultaholic Wrestling news right now. Recently, AEW announced plans to give us the AEW National Championship, another title added to AEW, with a plan for a gauntlet match casino style next weekend at Full Gear. This got a lot of people's backs up, in particular certain people from the NWA who went on quite the tirade about it all. Tony Khan has addressed some of the controversy around having another national title that matches NWA's national champion.
Indeed. During a live stream, he said, I ended up having a really nice conversation about it with the president of the NWA, Billy Corgan. I have a lot of respect for him and what he's doing. We hadn't talked in a long time, so I think it was good for him to hear this. I respect him and I respect the NWA, and we're trying to do something different here. Just on the title thing, many companies, right, have similarly named titles. I understand the lineage of the NWA National Championship, but like I said in the first video, get over yourselves. It's a fictional belt. It's not a real title.
None of this is real.
It's a prop. So just like if AEW's got a national title, that's fine. If NWA's got a national title, that's fine. They're different titles. They're not the same. They can both exist. It's like different doctors at the same time in the timeline. They all exist at different points.
He's a Doctor Who fan, and he's made peace with that. And so can you, Brian Idol.
Yeah, exactly.
So can you. The first AEW National Champion will be decided, as I say, in a casino gauntlet match at AEW Full Gear. We know that Ricochet's in it, Bobby Lashley, Shelton Benjamin, and a couple of others. I can neither confirm nor deny that because I will be in Newark for Full Gear that I may or may not be in the match.
You might be in it. You could do a run-in. You could do a run-in.
As long as, all I can confirm is that if, I'll be around, and if I only had a best friend that I could maybe hang out with on the day, if only he'd return any of my WhatsApp messages.
If he was in the match, would you try and help him win?
We would team up, and I would help him win.
Would you slap his nuts?
I would not slap his nuts.
Cradle them.
I've been told about that.
Cradle the nuts.
I wouldn't even cradle them. I would
tenderly.
I would metaphorically hand his nuts the national champion. No, I mean,
support his nuts.
There we go.
It's wow.
Yeah,
okay.
Yeah.
Wow.
I would indeed. That'd be it. I'd love. Actually, you know what? I'd love. All jokes aside. Thank you, Wrestle Merch Central, by the way. That's been sending me Jeff Jarrett merch for the last couple of weeks. I've got a pile about that big. I put this on Twitter last night, and Alex, my wife, said, "Are you really wearing that when we go away?" I went. Yeah. No. To be fair, of course I'm not wearing it when we go away. I'm definitely wearing it when we go away.
Comfy for the plane.
Rich, no, I did say I wasn't going to wear it on the plane. It is really comfy.
You could also get very comfy merch at cultaholicshop.com.
You certainly can, indeed, right now. It's coming up to Christmas as well, so why not top up on your Cultaholic flavour goodness at cultaholicshop.com. Rascals topped up by 1 last night at TNA Turning Point. Not the most surprising of returns, but a welcome one.
It's, a very welcome one. It's not surprising in the least. Wesley was released from the WWE earlier, not that long ago, actually. It was, what, two months ago? Maybe even less
month
than
and some change.
Yes, round about that. Anyway, he is back with TNA in some capacity. According to Fightful Select, he's not under contract with them, but he did return as the mystery fourth man that everyone knew who it was going to be in the tag team match at Turning Point last night. Fightful Select saying there are creative plans for him moving forward with the team. In addition to that, they're told that Zachary Wentz's deal with TNA is up at the end of the year, and the group is planning to evaluate their options. So it looks like we've got the Rascals back together as a big group, that their deals are all going to be up at the same sort of time, and they can negotiate a deal as a group,
as a collective,
and there is expected to be interest in the team outside of TNA, whether that means AEW, MLW, over in New Japan, or even back at the WWE.
That'd be so fun. Just let go, Wesley. Do you want to come back in, Wesley?
Yeah, we want you in the whole group, but we want you on a lesser contract. So we're gonna
WWE treating Wesley like a cat in a doorway. Like, go on, come back in.
Do you think they've let him go and then watch TNA and went, that Desmond Xavier is good?
Yeah. Yeah, they've forgotten already.
He looks like Wesley. God, we should get him.
Why haven't we got him?
Exactly. I mean, it wouldn't surprise me. The stories about what Vince McMahon forgetting Jimmy Wang Yang was released. And he's just like, oh, where have you been? He's like, well, you let me go. It's like, oh, well, come back.
Thought you'd been on holiday. Thought you'd been on holiday.
Thought you'd booked off.
I had heard that story. There were some stories that we heard last night about TNA Turning Point. So they presented a live TNA special event last night. The main event, Mike Santana teaming with Steve Macklin to take on the team of Nick Nemeth and the new TNA World Champion Frankie Kazarian.
Yeah.
He won the belt on a live episode of Impact on Thursday night.
Yeah, Thursday night.
With a little bit of help from a run-in from the NXT lads. And we got a report from several news sites, reputable people, about what was going on behind the scenes.
So this broke sort of late last night, that PW Insider reporting and Chris Featherstone reporting that Mike Santana had no-showed a meet and greet in the day for TNA, and that he wasn't returning calls to TNA management. He wasn't at the TNA event at call time, which was scheduled to be 1 p.m. Obviously, with these types of shows, you need to be there at a certain time so that you can speak with producers, you can plan your match, you can do any promotional stuff that you need to do. And the report that initially came out was that he had skipped it all. He wasn't there. They couldn't get hold of him, which is quite worrying, and especially when people go, hey, you've been beat for the title. This is weird. What's going on? It looks like there's a bit of tension there. However, the bull crap was flowing out. It was just streaming out. He needs an Imodium. Sean Ross Sapp from Fightful, though, reporting that Mike Santana's news about not answering calls was a work. The same official at TNA tried to feed that information to Fightful and provided it elsewhere. So that's why multiple news outlets were reporting the same thing about Mike Santana. Now, Fightful says normally they wouldn't blast something like that, but this is the first time someone in official capacity reached out and proved that it was a worked angle to
designed to specifically work the audience.
Yeah.
Because you do get reports that they'll say, oh, this is happening, and that won't be the case. The old cliche players change. You'll get stuff like that come down. But this is, as Sean Ross Sapp has said, this is the first instance that he has known where not so much a case of like some rumor and innuendo has been circulated and maybe formed into something a little bit more tangible. This is more a case of let's just straight up lie to all the news outlets about something that's happened.
Yeah.
And we live in a time where that is becoming not so much the common practice to lie to places, but because so much of what wrestling is driven by behind the scenes goings on,
especially modern day,
and reports and us dirty sheets.
Yeah.
You lean more into it. We've seen it over the years, more so I think than ever, where storylines haven't so much have kind of been led by online narratives. Yeah. Seth Rollins' injury is a great example of that, where the stories were, so there was circulation that Seth Rollins had suffered an injury and he was injured and he was backstage and nobody quite knew what was going on, and there was photos of him on Instagram and his crutches and stuff like that, which fed into it. But this is the first time, according to Sean Ross Sapp, that promotion has gone, here is a blatant lie that we're going to say is the truth.
Yeah.
Because I do believe that PW Insider, I wouldn't have thought would have reported it if they'd gone, do you fancy just telling this lie to
That's
us?
it depends on the form that it came. Like him say, Sean Ross Sapp saying a TNA official sort of in an official capacity provided this news. If it came from one of the boys in the locker room, it maybe leads a bit more credence to it. Like going, if someone's messaging them going, hey, Mike Santana's not showed up, what's going on? Something's going on. It does make you skeptical of, well, is TNA going to try and do this again, even though they've been caught out here? Like, how was it portrayed to the outlets? Obviously, it was pretty quickly debunked. Like, it was maybe an hour time frame of like, hey, this is actually a work. They're leaning into it, and we saw it play out on Turning Point with Mike Santana actually turning up. Yeah, because he did show up. He was there. It was all part of the work. He appeared mid-match actually to save Steve Macklin and during this tag team match. So yeah, they could have done it in a worked way without using outlets.
You could have still had some fun with that, but I think the way they've done it seems is something that could potentially be damaging to some outlets. I think, and maybe deliberately so. Maybe undermining like
also just the trust between those outlets and TNA. Well, if you're feeding us this, what else would you try and feed us, or have you fed us in the past that maybe hasn't got as much truth to it? But Santana, making his way into the match last night, did get the win for his team.
He did indeed. He arrived mid-match, got the win, pinning Frankie Kazarian in the tag team main event. But post-match, as Nick Nemeth attempted to cash in his Call Your Shot Gauntlet trophy, because they both won the match, Bound for Glory, here come the NXT boys again: Charlie Dempsey, Lexis King, Brooks Jensen, High Rise, Robert Stone. They leave everybody laying, including the Hardys and Satan Sinner, who came in to save them, including Santino Marella. He got a bloody shoe in as well.
Yeah, poor Santino. Poor Santino. But
I'm really glad though that Showdown that we had wasn't the one and done for this story.
Yeah, do you think they'll do Invasion?
Absolutely.
Do you think they'll actually call it Invasion this time?
They're actually building to like a proper
Showdown 2 Electric Boogaloo.
Invasion Boogaloo.
Yeah, Showdown 2, but then they'll do Showdown 3 Tokyo Drift, and then you've got Show 2 Down. There's so many names they can.
Showdown Hobbs and Shaw.
Yeah, Hobbs and Shaw.
Nah, that's a lie. That involves The Rock turning up.
Yeah.
I think that this is really exciting. I really want to see a really spicy NXT TNA invasion story take place. I really do. I like that, and I think we're going to see it.
In one night, though, TNA and WWE swapped Zack Ryder for Robbie E. So we've had the. They just got
the trade?
They got the two to the trade off. Yeah, between the two. I'd love to see Robert Stone bring back Robbie E. one for one night. Great fun.
Please do that.
Yeah.
On the podcast feed right now, as well as a brand new episode of the Cultaholic Classic SmackDown review with myself and Matthew Gregg, watching every episode of SmackDown ever. But as well as that, as a new interview, an exclusive interview with the APAC Wrestling Women's Champion, Nor Phoenix Diana. She is the world's first hijab-wearing pro wrestler. She made the Forbes Asia 30 Under 30, and tonight she is in New York putting the APAC Wrestling Women's title on the line against the belt collector Mercedes Moné. So I had to chat with Nor before the match and ask her how and if and why and when, not so much why, we know why, but how she's going to stop Mercedes Moné from collecting her 13th belt. Can she? That's the question.
Can she do it?
Check out the chat and get to know Nor Phoenix Diana. I've followed Nor's career for ages, and I think she's a massive inspiration to so many. And I was really glad to grab some time with her ahead of House of Glory Super Clash tonight in New York, where she puts her APAC Women's title on the line against Mercedes Moné. Good luck, Nor. Anything you want to plug?
Go check out Worst Storylines Ever. It's on the channel now. It's about the invasion. It's a very, very bad storyline. It's one of the worst. I know some people have a very fond memory of it, but you're looking through rose-tinted glasses. It's a bad storyline. We had to suffer watching it. But that's on the channel just now. Apart from that, check out all the content.
Yeah, and I'll be back next week. I'm going away now.
Yeah,
I'm gonna go find my best friends.
Off in the full gear.
See you in a bit. I'm off to Full Gear.
Yeah.
After that, I'm going to Newark. Stay safe. Love you. Bye.